Hello guys, this is Gabriel Roberts with Roberts Bushcraft doing a quick review of the Stanley 2-pot cook system. This is a 2.4 quart or 2.3 liter pot right here. Stainless steel, good stuff. This whole system you'll see throughout both pots. They have this locking handle mechanism and it works very well. You just push in and it will come up like that. It inside of here it features a few different things. It's actually a really cool little system we got going on right here. The overall weight of this whole system, if you're carrying all the bowls, all the pots, everything that's inside of this together, would be around 2.8 pounds. This larger pot is again very nice, 7 inches lengthwise by 5 width by 7 height. Dishwasher safe, stainless steel, good stuff. Now it has, again, this is a nesting system. It has a smaller pot on the inside. Let's just actually go ahead and show you some features of this that you'll see right off the bat. Drainage holes right here. On the inside you'll see a cutting board. I'm very impressed with this. I really like this. Now folds out and you have a nice good sized cutting board here. Folds up very thin and doesn't weigh a lot at all. And having a cutting board out in the wild makes a big difference. You know, you'll cut on rocks and logs and all this kind of stuff, just trying to find a good surface. A nice flat cutting board goes a long way. So you'll see here on the inside, you have the smaller pot. And again, I haven't used either of these yet, but we're rolling in some B-roll footage right about now of us baking bannock bread in this smaller pot here.
Way done.
Woo! Look at there.
All right, can you see that?
Yeah,
nice and golden brown. Cooked all the way through. Perfectly done. Great on the bottom. Done in the center. Look at that.
We've also baked muffins.
Now we're getting ready to check on the muffin. I can smell it baking. And I know I've got my temperature right because I don't smell it burning.
Look at that, people.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. Cooked on the inside. See if I can get this nasty glove off. Look at that. Perfect.
And in this small pot on the inside, deer stew, which was actually a beef stew recipe that my mom had, but we just replaced the beef with deer meat.
All right, folks, we're out here at the Roanoke River. We've got some good fire going, and we are making deer stew. Pretty much the same recipe as beef stew, so we're using deer meat. Have mercy.
Now they claim this whole system is about a 2-person kind of type deal here, but in this smaller pot alone, it is the stew that we made, and it was almost up to the brim, but it fed myself, my dad, and my brother. And me and my brother are big eaters, and it fed us all with some to spare. So this big pot is really going to be nice when you do something like a stew. It's going to be a real nice thing to have. You'll see it has marks on the insides as well of different measurements. Also has the liter measurements on there, so you have the ounces and liters. Very nice. And you'll see that same kind of type deal going on here. Milliliters instead of liters, but we have, the ounces system as well. Very nice. Now, on the inside of this pot is where you get a lot of accessories. You're going to open this up. It's got this locking handle as well. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. These pot lids come with this hard plastic handle. little tab that you can grab on here. And they're, depending on how you use these things, what Dad and I like to do, well, again, I haven't used either one of these yet, but my dad has had a lot of experience with this one. And of course, I've been around him while he's using it, so I have used it a little bit. But this one, this smaller pot, what he likes to do is he'll have his coals around the bottom, but also have coals on top, on this lid here. When we're baking some of those muffins and stuff, you'll see we have coals on top. And that gives you even heat on the bottom and top to get a nice done muffin or bannock bread or whatever you're trying to do. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're going to do that kind of thing, take this hard plastic tab off and put on a nice O-ring that you'll find on like a keychain. Now what you see here, we have 2 bowl lids. Now they also work as cutting boards. So you'll see the difference in the original. Well, this was a standalone system, the smaller pot, before they introduced the 2-pot system. So you'll see kind of older generation versus new stuff as far as cutting boards go. Both respectable in their own manner, but you get to decide whichever one you like there. So these work very well. And we come with a spatula and ladle system. Now I do have a little bit of experience with this because I did do some work with this spatula here when I did pancakes in my skillet. The spatula works very well. The one that I used seemed to have a very high melting point. Now we're talking really hot oil when we were doing corn fritters, and the spatula did not melt. And that again, that was hot oil. That was really high temperature. So this seems to be a very high quality plastic that is not going to go bad on you anytime soon, guys. And then you have one last bowl in here. Actually, 2 bowls. My fault. You have 2 bowls with 2 lids. And actually, I'll show you that real quick. So you have a bowl here, and you have a lid top, or a bowl lid. And they leave space for the ladle system for the buckle to stick up through. So there you go. Now what Dad does, again, because he's used this smaller system for quite a while, he'll do 1 bowl, and then depending on if he's going to be doing soups or whatever, he might bring the ladle and spatula system and 1 lid. And again, the lid acts as a cutting board as well. So that sits in there like this with the buckle sticking out. And then he's got other things packed around the sides of this. Now again, this is if he's bringing the ladle, but if he's not bringing the ladle, he has more space. And then he'll fit that down in there. And then if I can sit it in right. And then he's still gonna have a little bit of room at the top to put a little extra something if he needed that in there. So very versatile system, guys. You can pick, choose whatever you want, and it works great. What's the hate about this system? Very hard to find anything wrong. It's very nice. It's, depending on what you're carrying, you can make this fairly lightweight. Now, of course, the whole system together is going to weigh, again, almost 3 pounds. So, that's getting up there for lightweight camping. But what you can do, again, is pick and choose what you want. So you can make that weight go down a lot. What do I not like about this system? Really only one thing, guys. This, my friends, is made in China. Now, that's my only knock on this whole thing. If I had to see one thing wrong with it, it'd be that it's made in China. This stuff, it's high quality. It's a good stainless steel, and it's not going to go bad on you. It works, and it works very well. Again, been using the smaller pot for, I want to say 2 or 3 years now. It's been on our channel. Now, one thing I did want to mention, if you're going to use this kind of a system, I brought over one of our stoves here, just so you can see. Here's a bigger stove. Now, you'll find, like with the E-Tech City stoves, you'll see, like it's not very wide. So if you're using the big pot, you're going to want a nice wide system like this. We're going to get you another angle on this real quick. Now you're seeing the space that you're going to be dealing with there. Very nice. You have a lot of room to be able to work with, and you know you're not going to be afraid that your pot's going to fall off. So folks, there you have it. That is the Stanley 2-pot cooking system. Do I think it's worth the money? Absolutely I do. Again, I cannot wait to get out and start cooking with this thing. It is, again, for the money. You're going to be, you look at other, you know, you got your bush pots and stuff out there. They're nice, but they're going to run you, some of them, twice the price of what you're going to get for that, for this system here. And that's just for the pot alone. This comes with cutting boards, bowls, all kinds of awesome stuff in this one kit. So, do I recommend this? You like to do stews, you like to bake muffins like we do. You just want an all-around sturdy pot that you don't have to go spending upwards of $100 on. This pot system is what you need. I love it, guys. Again, cannot wait. Stanley, you're doing something right. Keep it up. So folks, there you have it. The Stanley 2-pot cooking system. Hope you have a great day wherever you're at. And as always, may the wings of liberty never lose a feather. And God bless.